Live up to 100 years with the secrets of the world's oldest Japanese doctor. Simple, proven, and transformative. What if living to be 100 years old was simpler than you think? What if the secrets of longevity weren't in expensive pills or extreme diets, but in simple, everyday habits? What if you could add decades of health to your life by starting today? Japan's oldest doctor lived to be 105 years old, seeing patients until his 100th birthday. He didn't rely on medications or restrictive diets. He just ate the same simple foods every day and followed a leisurely pace of life. Longevity is not an accident, but the result of small choices we make every day. In the United States, the average life expectancy is 76 years, while in Okinawa, Japan, it is 84, with many surpassing a century with vitality. The secret is not in expensive treatments, but in what they eat and how they live. Dr. Shigeki Hinohara lived to be 105 years old, practicing medicine until he was 100. His approach? Simple meals, consistent habits, and joy in the little things. Today, we're going to explore 8 principles he followed and how they can transform your energy, digestion, and mental clarity after age 60. Let's get started. A. The Japanese secret. Why stopping eating before you're full can add years to your life. Let's start with something seemingly simple but profoundly powerful: how much we eat. In the West, feeling completely full is often the goal of every meal. Clean the plate, finish strong, larger portions mean better value. These are common mantras at the table. But in Okinawa, Japan, where people routinely live more than 100 years, the goal is very different. They practice hara hachibu, which means eating until you are 80% satisfied. That's right, only 80%, and then they stop. Why does this matter so much for longevity? Because eating just a little less reduces the excess caloric load in your body. It decreases inflammation that accelerates cellular aging. It reduces oxidative stress in your organs, allowing them to function optimally for longer. Every time you get up from the desk slightly dissatisfied, you're giving your body a chance to rejuvenate instead of just digesting. It helps maintain a healthy weight without restrictive diets that few can follow. Even the National Institute on Aging has linked moderate calorie restriction to longevity and better metabolic health. Dr. Hinohara, the oldest practicing physician in Japan, lived this principle daily. He believed in eating light, eating slowly, and leaving the table slightly unsatisfied. And he maintained his energy and mental clarity well beyond the age of 90 by following this simple practice. Meet 68-year-old Helen, who grew up hearing "don't waste food" and always cleaned her plate, even after she felt full. Over time, he noticed slow digestion, fatigue in the afternoon, and poor sleep. Then he heard about hara hachibu and began to take breaks halfway through each meal. She wondered, am I still hungry or am I just breaking up out of habit? The result was surprising. More energy, better sleep, less bloating, and interestingly, more joy during meals. Try this tonight. Eat more slowly, breathe between bites, and when you feel like you're 70% full, take a break. Because how much you eat is just the beginning of the road to extraordinary longevity. And the next mistake many make may be sabotaging your efforts for a long and healthy life, even if you never suspected it. 2. The surprising protein. Japanese centenarians eat daily, and it's not meat. Let's talk about protein, which is essential for strength, recovery, and healthy aging. But here's the mistake many people make, especially in the West, believing that protein is synonymous with meat. In Okinawa, one of the longest-lived populations on Earth, most of the protein doesn't come from steaks or chicken. It comes from plants, especially soybeans, tofu, miso, natto, and edamame. These are not just traditional foods. They are daily staples on the Japanese longevity diet. Why does this make such a difference for those who seek to live longer and better? Because soy-based foods are packed with complete plant-based protein, with all the essential amino acids. They contain isoflavones that help reduce inflammation and support heart health in ways that animal protein cannot. They're rich in prebiotic fiber that nourishes your gut microbiome, the center of your immune system. The true longevity revolution begins when we transform our view on protein and embrace the power of plants in our daily diet. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that regular consumption of soy is linked to lower LDL cholesterol levels. It also showed improved bone density and reduced risk of cognitive decline, 3 key pillars of aging well. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, the oldest practicing Japanese physician, ate tofu almost every day. He believed that this kept his arteries clean and his digestion running smoothly, even into his 90s. Meet Frank, a 73-year-old retiree who has always avoided soy after hearing rumors about hormones and estrogen. After watching a documentary about Japanese centenarians, he decided to try something new. Twice a week, he swapped red meat for a tofu stir-fry with Chinese cabbage, garlic, and ginger. Simple, light, and satisfying. 3 weeks later, his blood pressure dropped, joint pain eased, and he stopped napping in the afternoons. The lesson here is clear. You don't have to become a vegetarian, but you do need balance. Try adding lentils, black beans, or tofu only twice a week and observe how your body responds. Next, let's discover a powerful anti-aging shield hidden in a food that many Americans overlook, but that the Japanese eat every morning. 3. The 30-second morning ritual that strengthens your immune system after 60. Let's talk about one of Japan's quietest longevity secrets. It's not a vitamin, it's not a supplement, it's a tradition served warm, smooth, and full of life. Fermented foods. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, the legendary Japanese physician, would start each morning with a humble bowl of miso soup. For him, it wasn't just comfort food, it was a daily healing ritual that he practiced for more than a century. Miso, natto, pickled vegetables, fermented seaweed, all staples in the Okinawan diet, and all packed with live probiotics to fuel your gut and strengthen your natural immunity. They contain digestive enzymes that help break down nutrients more efficiently, especially important after the age of 60. They are rich in anti-inflammatory compounds that protect your brain, joints, and immune system from the wear and tear of time. Every spoonful of fermented food is like a microscopic army of allies working to protect and restore your cellular health. In the West, many seniors rely on probiotic pills, spending fortunes on supplements. But real fermented foods offer something more: synergy. The combination of whole foods plus live microbes produces results that pills rarely match. Let me introduce 70-year-old Claire, a retired librarian who for years struggled with bloating, irregular digestion, and a heavy stomach after meals. She tried fiber powders, digestive enzymes, and every probiotic on the shelf. Nothing worked. Until a friend gave her a jar of genuine miso paste. She started drinking a hot miso broth every morning. Just 1 cup, no major dietary changes, no supplements. By the second week, the change was remarkable. The bloating disappeared, his energy increased, the afternoons became lighter, and his appetite stabilized. The power was in the bacteria, alive and active, not in a capsule. You can also start today. Try a spoonful of miso in warm water or a few slices of naturally fermented pickles. It's not just about gut health, it's about aging with balance and vitality day after day. And now, let's explore a forbidden food group in the West that Japanese people eat every day and credit for their strong hearts and clean arteries. 4. The forbidden carbohydrate. Japanese eat every day to keep arteries clean. Let's face it. In the West, carbohydrates have become the #1 enemy of health. You hear it everywhere. Cut carbs to lose weight. Seniors should avoid starch. Carbs cause inflammation. But here's the truth that Japanese centenarians have known for centuries. Not all carbs are created equal. Some, like those consumed daily in Okinawa, can actually help you live longer and healthier. Let's talk about Japanese purple sweet potatoes, which are not only colorful but powerful. So powerful, in fact, that they constitute more than 60% of the daily calories of Okinawan centenarians. Why are they so different from the carbohydrates we fear in the West? Because they are rich in anthocyanins, antioxidants that protect blood vessels and fight cellular aging. They contain fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar and supports healthy digestion at any age. They are packed with potassium and vitamin C, which are essential for heart and immune health. When you replace refined carbs with nutrient-dense options like sweet potatoes, you're literally reprogramming your body to function like someone decades younger. And they have a low glycemic index, which means they don't cause blood sugar spikes like refined carbs do. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara often chose sweet potatoes over white rice. He believed they were gentle on the body and strong in protection against age-related diseases. In fact, research from the National Institutes of Health has linked anthocyanin-rich foods, such as Japanese sweet potatoes, to better blood vessel function. They have also been shown to reduce inflammation and slower cognitive decline in older adults, benefits that no pill can offer. Meet Paul, 69, pre-diabetic, tired, and frustrated. He was avoiding all carbs, even the good ones, but his energy was waning and his sugar cravings were getting worse. His dietitian encouraged him to try steamed Japanese sweet potatoes, not fried, not sugar-coated, just plain and clean. Paul started by adding half a cup to lunch, and within 2 weeks, his energy lasted all afternoon. His cravings for sweets subsided, and his blood sugar became more stable than it had been in months. The lesson here: you don't have to fear carbs, you have to choose wisely, like the Japanese do. And now, let's look at Japan's oldest doctor's final lesson on an age-old drink with transformative power. 5. The ancient drink that protects brain cells and fights aging. Few know the crucial role that a simple cup of green tea plays in the exceptional longevity of the Japanese. Dr. Hinohara drank green tea several times a day, considering it not just a beverage, but a medicinal elixir. In Okinawa, green tea is not an occasional luxury, but a daily necessity consumed hot, warm, or iced throughout the day. Why does this ancient drink have such an impact on the health and longevity of the Japanese? The benefits start with catechins, powerful antioxidants that fight free radicals responsible for cellular aging. EGCG, the main component of green tea, has shown the ability to reduce brain inflammation and protect neurons. The L-theanine present in green tea promotes calm and mental focus without drowsiness, ideal for keeping the mind alert in old age. A simple cup of green tea daily is like natural health insurance, protecting every cell in your body from the damage of time. Studies from Tohoku University in Japan have shown that people who drink 5 or more cups of green tea daily have a significantly lower risk of heart disease and stroke. Researchers at Kyushu Medical University found that regular green tea drinkers are less likely to develop age-related cognitive decline. In addition, green tea improves bone mineral density, which is especially important for women after menopause. Meet 72-year-old Robert, who suffered from mental fog and frequent forgetfulness that worried him. After reading about the benefits of green tea, he replaced his afternoon coffee with a cup of high-quality green tea. In just 1 month, she noticed a significant improvement in mental clarity and ability to concentrate in daily tasks. Their blood pressure also decreased by 5 points, an unexpected but welcome benefit. The beauty of this practice is its simplicity. It doesn't require expensive equipment or radical dietary changes. Start with a cup in the morning, replacing coffee or soda, and notice how your body responds over the weeks. Your brain and heart will thank you for decades to come, while you maintain the vitality that many lose with age. 6. The nighttime habit that regenerates your body and mind while you sleep. There's a crucial component of Japanese longevity that rarely gets the attention it deserves: restful sleep. Dr. Hinohara maintained a consistent sleep schedule even in his later years, considering it as important as nutrition. He said that sleeping well is like making an investment in the health bank. The more regular, the better the dividends. In Okinawa, centenarians practice nighttime rituals that prepare body and mind for deep, restorative sleep. What makes the Japanese approach to sleep so different from the Western one and so beneficial for longevity? First, they establish a 30-minute decompression period before bed. No screens, no news, no intense stimuli. They use soothing teas such as chamomile or valerian to signal to the body that it is time to slow down naturally. They practice deep breathing or light meditation to calm the nervous system after a day of activities. Sleep is not just rest. It is the time when your body performs its most important work of cell repair and regeneration. During deep sleep, your brain clears accumulated toxins that contribute to neurodegenerative diseases. Your body releases growth hormones that repair damaged tissues and strengthen your immune system. Studies from the University of Tokyo have shown that people with regular sleep patterns have lower levels of inflammatory markers in their blood. Meet 67-year-old Margaret, who suffered from chronic insomnia and woke up exhausted, even after 8 hours in bed. She implemented a nightly ritual inspired by Japanese practices: a warm bath with lavender, chamomile tea, and 20 minutes of light reading. After 2 weeks, she fell asleep more quickly and woke up naturally, without alarm, feeling truly rested for the first time in years. His morning blood pressure decreased, and his need for caffeine during the day practically disappeared. To begin your own Japanese sleep ritual, choose a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends. Create a cool, dark, and quiet environment free of electronic devices at least 30 minutes before bedtime. Remember, improving your sleep doesn't cost anything, but it can be the most valuable gift you give to your future self. 7. Why those who live longer never eat alone. There is one aspect of Japanese longevity that transcends nutrition and exercise: deep social connection. In Okinawa, seniors rarely eat alone. Meals are social events, opportunities for connection and belonging. Dr. Hinohara maintained active friendships and a vibrant social life until his last days, considering them essential to his vitality. He used to say, "Loneliness is as harmful as smoking 20 cigarettes a day." And modern science agrees. Why do social connections have such a profound impact on our health and longevity? Regular social interactions reduce levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates cellular aging. Belonging to social groups strengthens the immune system, making it more resistant to diseases common in old age. Sharing meals with others tends to improve nutritional quality and the enjoyment derived from food. Meaningful human connections are not luxuries. They are biological needs that nourish our bodies as much as the food we consume. A Harvard University study followed more than 7,000 people for decades and found that strong relationships were better predictors of longevity than genetics or health habits. Japanese researchers have observed that older adults with active social networks have lower levels of inflammatory proteins in their blood. They also demonstrate better cognitive function and a lower incidence of depression, a significant risk factor for age-related diseases. Meet Thomas, 74, a widower for 5 years who has gradually isolated himself in his home, preparing solitary meals. His doctor noticed a decline in his health and suggested that he join a weekly cooking club for seniors. Initially reluctant, Thomas eventually became a regular member, making new friends and sharing meals. 6 months later, his blood pressure improved, he lost weight effortlessly, and most importantly, he was back smiling regularly. To incorporate this Japanese lesson into your life, start with small steps. Invite a friend over for lunch weekly. Join a class or club where you can meet like-minded people and create meaningful connections. Remember, every conversation, every shared laugh, every moment of genuine human connection is literally adding quality time to your life. 8. The daily rhythm of the 105-year-old doctor who transforms your health without crash diets. Before we conclude, there's something that most people overlook, a principle even more powerful than the foods you consume. It's not just what's on your plate, it's how you live around it, your daily rhythm and purpose. Dr. Hinohara did not follow a strict diet. He did not count calories or macronutrients obsessively. He followed a rhythm, a simple and joyful rhythm that shaped his long life of more than a century. Each morning began with something light like miso soup, a walk, and reading to feed his mind. He avoided overeating, not out of restriction, but out of respect for his body and his real needs. He climbed stairs instead of using elevators, even in his 90s, maintaining natural movement in his routine. The true art of longevity is not in rigid rules, but in finding a daily rhythm that nourishes your body, mind, and spirit simultaneously. He remained curious, gave lectures, wrote books, and smiled a lot, maintaining purpose and engagement with life. He once said, "To stay young, you must have fun." A simple wisdom that many longevity-seeking people ignore. Meet 71-year-old Marie, who used to obsess over labels. Low-carb this, sugar-free that. It made her anxious, always chasing the next rule, the next diet, the next miracle supplement. Then she read about Hinohara and made a fundamental change in her approach to healthy aging. He began walking 20 minutes each morning, started his meals more slowly, and made time for tea in the afternoon. She even planted herbs on her ledge and watched them grow, finding joy in something simple and alive. This rhythm has changed everything, because health isn't just physical. It's emotional, mental, and rhythmic. As you reflect on the foods and practices we share, remember this. Don't just count protein, count quiet mornings. Don't just cut down on sugar. Increase laughter in your daily life. Don't just fix your diet, nurture your spirit with purpose and connection. And if you're not sure where to start, start simple. Start with joy. Start like the doctor who lived to be 105 years old and smiled all the way. Transform your life with 5 minutes a day. The Japanese way to a long and happy life. Let's put it all together in a simple and practical plan to get you started today. These are not complicated strategies. They are small changes practiced daily by some of the longest-lived people in the world. Inspired by Japan's oldest doctor, here are 8 gentle changes you can start today. Eat until you're 80% satisfied. This helps with digestion, energy, and longevity in surprising ways. Learn to pause before you feel completely full, giving your body time to process satiety. Add more plant-based proteins like tofu, lentils, and edamame, easy to cook and gentle on your body. Include regularly fermented foods, a spoonful of miso, a piece of naturally preserved vegetable. These small additions strengthen your gut and your immunity in ways that supplements can't. Choose smart carbs like sweet potatoes. They provide stable energy without blood sugar spikes. Drink green tea daily for cellular protection and mental clarity that many lose with age. Establish a nighttime ritual for restful sleep that regenerates every cell in your body while you rest. Prioritize meaningful social connections. They fuel your spirit and strengthen your immune system naturally. Live light, eat light, and smile often. It's not just about food, it's about rhythm, simplicity, and joy. Each of these simple changes supports your heart, your brain, your digestion, and your independence as you age. And the best part is that you don't have to change everything at once. Just start with one thing. A habit, a meal, a deep breath between spoonfuls of your favorite food. Which of these practices resonates most with you today? Which feels more natural to incorporate into your daily life without excessive effort? Your choice can inspire others who are watching your quiet transformation. Soon, we'll reveal a popular health food that's secretly making many seniors feel older, not younger. But before we finish, remember, you don't need a perfect plan to live longer. Just constant small steps, starting today. Try miso in the morning, steam a sweet potato, smile during lunch. These habits add up and really matter for your long-term health. This is not just about adding years to your life, but about adding life to your years. Imagine waking up every day with abundant energy, mental clarity, and a body that moves without pain. Think about what you could accomplish, the memories you could create, the joy you could share. Okinawan centenarians aren't just surviving. They're thriving, contributing, and enjoying each day. You too can experience this extraordinary vitality, no matter your current age. Start today with one of these simple practices inspired by Japanese wisdom. Your body, mind, and spirit will thank you for decades to come from healthy, vibrant living that you'll enjoy. Who's with me on this journey of healthy longevity starting today? Leave a comment below if you're starting your Japan-inspired longevity journey. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll reveal a healthy food that may be aging your body faster than you might think.